Where's JJ at? This morning, I didn't even know if he was going to play. He went over 300 yards. Big division game. Right, so play coming up here next Sunday at home.
Yes, sir.
Right, and we have to hold turf on that stuff. That's really important, all right? Big division game. But, Victory Monday. But, we got a victory game.
Victory Monday always feels so good. Raiders win this one, 40-34 over the Seahawks. Welcome in, everybody, to Raiders Game Day. I'm Amber Theoharis, along with James Jones and Eric Allen. And so they get back-to-back wins for the first time this season. They're stringing them together. They did it in overtime, thanks to the Josh Jacobs 86-yard walk-off touchdown in overtime. And you have to begin and end this game with Josh Jacobs and his performance. 33 carries, over 300 yards of total offense and 2 touchdowns. Eric, he is the catalyst for this team.
For all you young guys out there, young people out there, this is what the 90s used to be about. You had 3 football players. You had your quarterback, your running back, and your receiver. And when the game was on the line, you went to one of those 3 guys and you got it done. Josh continues really to carry the load for this football team. I mean, unbelievable. The running and then the catch, the one-handed catch. Come on. I mean, Josh is really playing at such a high level, impacting every football game that we win.
And to be honest with you, Josh let the world know today that he needs to be in that Offensive Player of the Year category. Because that is the type that's the type of offense that he is playing right now. He can't be stopped. Yards after contact, catching the ball out the backfield. He's everything for this Raiders offense right now. He has it going. Offensive Player of the Year. What they call it? JJ, I thought he was calling me.
No, they wouldn't. No.
Here's what's on tap for the show here on Raiders Game Day. We're going to have full game highlights for you. We're going to hear from players and coaches. JJ's going to have his spotlight looking at the offensive side of the ball. Of course, it's going to be about the running backs. We did see Zamir White have a couple of key carries in there, and then EA Spotlight focuses on that interior defensive
big guys in the middle.
Came up big today, and then, of course, our Monday night pick 'em. But let's get you started on the action. Josh McDaniels looking for his first back-to-back wins as coach of the Raiders, taking on the Seahawks. Here we go early in the game.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Interception,
trying to get Tay going, right?
Yeah, trying to get him going early in the ball game. I'm still wondering why Tay wasn't looking. He didn't see that ball coming until late. Really good catch by Diggs right there to get that takeaway.
Carr only had 4 interceptions entering the game.
DBs can catch too.
Oh, yeah, every now and then.
So here we go. Right away, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, on the scout report, it was about him bouncing the ball outside. Usually young guys like to bounce it outside because they're a little bit faster than the older guys.
So Seahawks had a lead 28 seconds into the game, but the Raiders' next possession, Mac Hollins with a 20-yard reception. Carr went down on the play. He was hurt, but he would come back in after 1 play. He's tough. 3 plays later, Amir Abdullah, 18 yards on the wheel route. And watch this. I love it. You can't hit the defender, though. He did get a penalty on that one, but the Raiders tie the game at 7.
Give some love to the O-line. O-line did an outstanding job today.
He was standing tall in that pocket right there. And there go them big boys showing up. Nowhere to go. Tackle for loss.
Yeah.
They did a great job with Kenneth Walker. Only 65 yards on the ground for the entire Seahawks team in this game. 2 plays later, it's Andrew Billings and Bilal Nichols with the sack. Loss of 9 yards in Seattle. Forced to punt. Big day from both of those
Jones forced him to step up in the pocket, get the sack, and then we come back.
And it's intercepted. Derek Carr intercepted by Quandre Diggs. Again, it's Quandre Diggs who had 2 interceptions early there in the first quarter. Seattle takes possession, and Geno Smith finds Noah Fant across the middle, 24 yards. Ball down to the 11. Geno Smith, though, fires to the end zone. Deron Harmon is there with the interception, but it's not an interception. A review shows that he did not have possession of the ball. So that is called back.
Unbelievable position for a defensive back in that situation against DJ Metcalf. great job attacking the ball at his high point. Just couldn't bring it in.
He had the green dot again, by the way.
Yes, very important.
Such a leader in the secondary for this defense. So now it's 4th down. Seahawks field goal. Jason Myers makes the 24-yard attempt, and the Seahawks take a 10-7 lead. So next Seahawks possession, after they held the Raiders to a 3-and-out, Geno Smith gets it going with DK Metcalf for 24 yards.
Big man right there.
Same possession. Now the other guy, Tyler Lockett, gets involved. First down, but a penalty is going to negate the play. They had an ineligible man downfield. It's 4th and 6. So again, bend but don't break.
Bend but don't break.
Kick the field goal, 34 yards, and they take a 13-7 lead. Raiders' next possession, 1st and 10. Here we go. Davante Adams, 9 yards.
That is a catch right there.
That was his first reception of the game, by the way, and that was 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Later in the drive, Davante, 8-yard reception. First down, Raiders.
Right there. Come on now.
Next play, flea flicker.
Okay.
To Mac Hollins, who was wide open.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Stop celebrating so early.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on now.
But
act like you've been there before.
Max said, I see that green. I'm getting there.
Everybody's running with Davante, though.
Take 2.
So he should get an assist for that. You should get an assist for that,
100%.
right?
Yeah. Should be like
double
basketball and
coverage.
assist. Yeah. Geno Smith dropping back. Passes in. Denzel Perryman is there.
Look at him.
Returns at 24 yards.
Yeah, he did. He said he used to play fullback. He right. he had to do one jump cut, no stiff arm, just go down. But the takeaway.
Yes, so
the catch
important.
is what matters. The takeaway, get the ball back to your offense. And this man right here, Josh Jacobs, coming downhill, stiffy to the face. I gotta go. I'll holler.
And that was the next play for the Raiders after that interception, so they capitalized.
That's right.
That is complimentary football right there. The Raiders take a 21-13 lead. Get off me!
That's a big duty straight armor, too.
And jump
300
cut, juke, stiff arm, walk-in touchdown. Josh is on another
That moves
level.
Josh into sole possession of 3rd place on the Raiders' all-time rushing touchdown list. Here's Kenneth Walker with a 13-yard reception. The ball's now on the Vegas 37-yard line. 2 plays later, Geno Smith, the bomb to Tyler Lockett, 35 yards for the touchdown.
He got away with a little push off there.
Yeah, he had a really good position on that route right there. Tyler Lockett judged the ball better than the DB. Beautiful ball by Geno.
But here's a beautiful run by Derek Carr. We always say use your legs, DC.
Outside the pocket. He's making plays out there.
First down, Raiders. 2 plays later, 2nd and 9. Derek Carr looking for our man Davante Adams for 7 yards.
Get the ball into his hands quick. Let him do what he does after the catch, yak yardage. And then we got this fella.
Oh, man.
Not one time all season that somebody tackled him one-on-one. Josh Jacobs picks up
4th and 2.
First down on 4th.
So 28 seconds left in the half. Derek Carr finds Foster Moreau for 17 yards. Ball on the Seahawks 16-yard line. 14 seconds left. It's 2nd and 6. They elect to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Not sure about that call. Wanted to see him maybe go for it there.
One shot at the end zone. You got 14 seconds left. One shot at the end zone.
Raiders led 24-20 at the half, and the Seahawks start with the ball. They started fast. Geno Smith finds Tyler Lockett for 28 yards, moves the ball into the Raiders' territory, 35-yard line. 2 plays later, Geno Smith to Marquise Goodwin.
Middle of the field, wide open on this drive right here. Thank God the Raiders got this fixed because they just drove the ball down the Raiders' throats on this drive. 2 passes over the middle, and then this right here. Everybody pushing Kenneth Walker into the end zone. Really good response right there by the Seattle Seahawks to get the lead back.
Got to find a way to stop him somehow in the middle of the football field.
Yeah. Didn't make it work there. Looks like they got manhandled and just pushed into the end zone. 14-yard touchdown, and so the Seahawks lead 27-24. Raiders' next possession. You got to go to Josh Jacobs, right? You got to start out. Got to get him going. 12-yard run for him.
Look at that.
First down, Raiders.
He drug him for
4
yards after contact. That is hidden yardage right there. Josh Jacobs just keep them legs moving, and then
look at this. 2nd and 15. The one-handed catch by a running back, mind you, just short of the first down. That was huge. Later in the drive, it's 1st and 10, and you know what? There are other running backs on this team. I didn't know if you knew that. And this is one of them. Zamir White, the rookie, the 11-yard run And then very next play, they said, you know what, that worked.
Look at
Go to him again.
Look at the Cookie Monster.
Oh, I know. Big old giant holes
Look at the
up
holes
there.
that he's running in right there. But this is really good right here by Coach McDaniels, because whenever Josh Jacobs is not in the game, it's pass, right? And he let them young boys tote it today, and they rewarded him.
And then Daniel Carlson makes a 25-yard field goal here in the third quarter. We have a tied game. Next possession for the Seahawks.
Yeah, there we go.
Denzel Perriman.
Yeah.
Tackle for loss, puts Kenneth Walker on the ground. Loss of 3 yards, and the Seahawks are forced to punt. So let's move ahead to the fourth quarter, where Geno Smith finds Marquise Goodwin for 21 yards. Couple big plays to Goodwin throughout the game.
Yeah.
1st and 10 now. Kenneth Walker. Here they come. Here come those men.
Penetration. Look at DP running right there. Gang tackling DP. Big loss right there, but that's penetration, killing that run game.
And you like Tyler Hall. He's been around the ball a lot when he's been in the game. 2nd and 23 now. Travis Homer.
Oh, man.
Catches the ball. 27-yard reception. 1st down, Seahawks. Now it's 2nd and 4 on the Raiders' 23-yard line. And Geno Smith fumbles the ball. Chandler Smith recovers the fumble. It is the Raiders' ball.
Be around the ball, good things happen.
Be around the rock, good things happen. Turnovers, though, right? 2 turnovers today for that Raiders defense, and that was a big reason to why they came out on top with a W. Josh Jacobs in the pass game again. Check it down to him. Pick up a good 9. That's easy work right there.
But now it's 4th and inches. 4th and inches, and they toss the ball.
Man.
And don't get it.
It must have been all in that game plan on that one.
Yeah, this had us scratching our head right here, because tossing the football with these linebackers in the National Football League going sideline to sideline, that's a tough play to pick up 2 yards, and Seattle stuffed it.
Yeah, tough to turn it over on downs, and then Geno Smith gets it going. He scrambles for 18 yards on the next possession. 1st down, Seahawks.
He doesn't do that much anymore, but when he does do it, it really is helpful for this offense.
So this is incomplete to Tyler Lockett, but Rock Ya-Sin is called for holding, and that, I am sorry, was not holding.
No, this is just what you call great defense right there. Let the guys battle, gave them the 1st down, and then they turned it into this touchdown. That's a big-time penalty right there that the referees gave the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, defense, you got to communicate. You got to be aware of this kind of thing going. If you're on that backside, you know you're not going to make the play front side. You got to have your eyes good.
All right, so the Seahawks had the lead 34-27. Then Devontae Adams with the catch of the game. The young Tariq Woolen, the corner's holding his arm, and he's able to haul it in. That is unbelievable.
I need more of this. And I'm not talking about the one-hand catch, but I'm talking about the opportunity balls to Devontae Adams. I need more of this. He will reward you and make you look good, Derek Carr, more times than he will make you look bad.
And it kept the drive alive. For a play like this, it ends in a touchdown by Foster Moreau. And we have a tied game with 1:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's 34-34.
Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes today. He had it going, threw the ball really well. I know he wished he got him 2 takeaways back, but other than that, he was slinging the ball all over the yard and the defense.
Seahawks have the ball now, and it looks like DK made the catch. It's called a catch on the field, but if you take a closer look, it is overruled. He did not have possession. That was huge.
Got to use your hands, DK.
For the Raiders at this point.
That thing wobbling in there.
So now it's 3rd and 10, and here comes Max Crosby. Put it into that one, and we are headed to overtime, 34-34. So the Raiders get the ball first. They have an opportunity to make a field goal, and
our clutch guy.
Good.
This was surprising.
16 in a row for him in the fourth quarter and overtime, and that snaps that streak.
But
we got your back.
We got a guy.
They got it. We got a guy, the eraser. The Condor, the eraser.
That's right.
Big 3rd and 5 play there, and the pressure.
Humongous play.
Look at him come off of that edge. I mean, that tackle stood no chance. Geno tried to get the ball out, but 98, man, Max Crosby said, that's enough. DC, you get the ball back, and Josh Jacobs said, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Bye-bye. Josh Jacobs, 80-plus yards later, arms out, 2nd week in a row. Overtime W for the Raiders.
That is so.
Oh, that is pretty.
Look at that.
That's how you hit a hole. That's how you hit a couple holes.
Bye-bye.
You got to give credit to not only the play that Max Crosby made to give the ball back to the Raiders in overtime, but to the offensive line. Remember, Miller had been injured. He was back in today. For any time your running back rushes for over 220 yards on the ground,
got to give some love.
You got to give some love to the Cookie Monsters, as JJ calls them. And look at that. Not only that, but the defense, the rushing defense for the Raiders was on point, holding Kenneth Walker and company to just 65 yards. Even in the turnover battle, still penalties, a bit of an issue with 7 penalties, cleaned up a little bit more from the last game. But, man, the offensive production with over 576 yards total.
Amazing. That's amazing.
33 carries by Josh Jacobs, 77 offensive plays.
12.
And they held on to the ball 8 or 9 minutes, I have to do the math again, longer than the Seattle Seahawks. And that's a recipe to win games, JJ.
That is. And when you're able to run the ball like that, you keep that other offense over there on the sideline. And that's what Josh Jacobs and his offense did. And it was big time, and it was fun to watch. But you see that Raiders defense, right? Takeaways and stop and run, and we running the ball on the other side and play action passing. We'll be talking about a lot of W's up here if we continue to play like that.
Yeah, for sure. Me and Amber were speaking about how the Raiders win, right? Yeah. You stop the teams from running the football, not allowing their offensive running back to have an impact on the game. You run the football and have those explosive plays. That is a recipe for wins for this football team.
They put it together back-to-back now. They're staying in the win column. When we come back, we're going to go live with the man who made it all happen, Josh Jacobs. He is a beast. He's coming up next on Raiders Game Day. Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill.
Derek Carr. 2 interceptions thrown along with his 3 touchdown passes today. Jacobs with running room right up the middle. Jacobs is on his way. The Raiders are going to win this game.
Huge win for the Las Vegas Raiders as they leave Seattle with the 40-34 victory over the Seahawks, and it was an 86-yard walk-off touchdown by this man right here. He's a regular. He's a regular on Raiders Game Day, along with Derek Carr, who had a huge game poking in there. We got to give him some credit as well. But when you saw that green grass, what was going through your mind in overtime?
Man, I was looking up at, at the screen. I was like, oh, nobody behind me. I'm good. I was like, don't get caught. Don't get caught.
Josh, what's going on, man? You did a little bit of everything today, man. I don't know if you know because you probably ain't the numbers guy, but you had 300 total yards. Woo! So you was looking like Devontae Adams' little brother out there catching the ball out of the backfield. And then you doing what you do out of the backfield, toting the rock, man. Just tell us how much in a groove you were, man. I mean, 33 carries, is that too much for you, or you like, give me more?
Man, I mean, I'm definitely like, whenever the game on the line, give me the ball. I mean, that's just the type of mentality I have, man. But coming in, I told them, I was questionable if I was going to play or not. And I told the guys, I walked up to Josh and I was like, man, I'm going to give you everything I got, And at the end of the game, they tried to shut me down, but I was like, it's too big of a moment, and, came out there and made a big play.
Yeah, Josh, it seems like in the games you're getting stronger and stronger as the game goes on. Kind of give us an idea of what that attributes that to. How are you able to continue to have that kind of explosiveness and impact in the game?
I mean, I be knowing it because I look in the defense eyes, you know what I'm saying? After the second half, they like, oh, man, he coming out here on that same stuff. And, I get to talking a little more, I get to feeling the groove, and I kind of just try to leave my stamp on the game.
We did see Derek just poking his head in right there. What does this say about his resilience? We saw him throw the 2 interceptions early in the game, but didn't seem phased and came back with a huge 570-plus yards of total offense by you guys today.
Yeah. I mean, man, I told him, man, when he took that big hit, and I looked at him in his eye, and I was like, you know, we believe in you. We got you. You know, you gonna have to be a dog today. And he looked at me, you know, and he started, you know, carrying us, especially, you know, when the running game wasn't going as good. We started picking them apart with the passes, and then, you know, the run game opened it back up. So, I mean, this is just a testament to him and, you know, and what type of mentality he have and the fight that he give for the team.
You know, Josh, I'm glad I know you. You know, I hope you got your belt on extra tight because your pockets is going to get kind of heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but, man, keep toting it, man. Congratulations, man. It's good to see y'all smiling, man. Like I told you before, hey, better days ahead of you, brother. Well done.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for having me.
And we keep saying it, because 303 yards is an amazing day. 303 yards from scrimmage, 74 yards catching the football, and over 220 yards on the ground. 2 touchdowns for Josh Jacobs. But you have to also credit, we saw him peek his head a little bit in there in that shot, Derek Carr. Derek Carr threw the 2 interceptions, including the very first play of the game, but came back and threw 3 touchdown passes, including that flea flicker to Matt Collins.
That's a great catch by the DB, but that was in front of Devontae. So, yeah, you got to give this one to DC, but he hit Foster right in the hands on this one here. I mean, I'm not going to chalk this up to DC. I mean, that's a great contested ball, but that's an opportunity for Foster to catch that ball. But it's about the response. How do you respond from all that negative stuff? Just like 2 weeks ago, the talk about being emotional. What has he done since that time? Won 2 football games. I'm okay if my guy's emotional if he's giving us this kind of effort.
And that's where I was going, EA, right? Because the quarterback, the leader of this franchise, got up there and gave an emotional speech, right? And this team has responded, right? You see Mad Max Crosby tweet out to Raider Nation, and the team has responded. And Derek Carr does not get enough credit for the type of leader he is of men. He has got these men to rally, and they are winning close ball games. And when the game is on the line, just like he has done his whole career, the most comebacks in fourth quarter since he stepped into the National Football League is Derek Carr. And he continues to show the world that he is that dude and willed his team to another victory today, and we up here smiling because number 4 was willing and dealing this thing and using his legs a couple times and getting to everybody on that offense.
33 game-winning drives now in his career. Whether it's the 33 game-winning drives, leads the NFL.
That's 33 receipts, Amber. That's 33 receipts. Let them know.
I want to have it in my pocket. What'd you say?
So just 2 games after a very emotional post-game press conference, Derek Carr showing other emotion at his press conference today.
How much confidence do you have that the defense is going to get the ball back to you guys?
I had great confidence. You know, we had been, you know, again, you know, you see the points and you see the yards and you see certain things, but there's always, again, it's pro football. It's the next play, you know, and, you know, what's their call, what's our call, what's our execution, and I think it was Max. I was watching on the thing, but came free, and you know they were putting pressure, you know, on them, trying to make it tough, and we ended up getting the ball back. And you know, for me, you know, the confidence level is high. It's just like it hurts because you want that to be the game, you know, over. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if we get another chance at this, we still have to go win the game. And Josh was able to do that on that run.
At what point on Josh's standoff did you know he was going to the house?
As soon as he broke the tackle. I saw him get through. I knew what coverage they were playing. And so as soon as I see him get through, it's really him and the safety. And if he beats him, it's going to be a big play. And you know, I think, you know, going back and looking at the double team, looking at Yak up in the, you know, a lead play like that, you know, I'm sure Josh, I want to give all those guys credit, but he made that last guy miss to be able to take it to the house. And I didn't run down there because I know how fast he is. But then at the end, I saw 27 trying to run down there. I was like, please don't get caught, you know, because I got to run 80 yards, you know, to come do the next play. So to see him finish like that, I know what he's been dealing with. I know how hard he works. It's really cool to see that.
Yeah, that guy does run a 4.2640 that he was talking about. So if anybody could have caught him, it would have been him, but he did not. And did you see that little note at the bottom of the screen? That was the Raiders' first win in Seattle since 1998.
Gosh, Lee.
1998 was the last time they won in Seattle. One of the most difficult places to play at Lumen Field. Very loud there, and the Raiders, they get it done. We're going to take a break. When we come back, not only talking about Josh Jacobs, but Zamir White, other running backs. Amir Abdullah had a big game. All of the contributors, we're talking about them in JJ's offensive spotlight next.
My name is Andrew Bowen. I'm 18 years old and I'm a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Wildcats football team. I grew up always wanting to play Wildcat football, and so I got involved with the Junior Wildcat program and learned the game. I always remember the project that I led in collecting food for a local elementary school. I was able to put together food bags for students to take home so that they would have enough food for the weekend. It is such an honor to be selected as the Intermountain Healthcare Impact Player of the Week. I'm grateful for my coaches and teammates for believing in me and for the support that they have always given me over the years.
Welcome back. The Raiders get the win over the Seahawks 40-34. And anytime you have a running back that rushes for over 220 yards, EA, you're going to focus on him. But there were other players on that field running the ball for the Raiders today.
Others sometimes have to eat too. And I'm pretty sure Jay's going to let us know what's happening with those guys up front also.
All right,
you better believe it. And I'm going to show you right now, number one, right, let's give credit to these cookie monsters up front, right? Because they was not playing in the pass game and in the run game. But let's talk run game right here, right? We've been waiting for somebody else in the run game to step up, right? Every time Josh Jacobs is in the game, run. Every time he's not, pass. Psych, right? Zamir White coming downhill. But this is what I love about this right here. He still has his flags on. Look at the cookie monsters moving people out of the way. 7 yards down the football field until he is touched. Again, look at the cookie monsters coming downhill 7 yards down the football field until he is touched. That is big time right there. Look at the lane that he has to run in. But we mixed it up, right? No Josh Jacobs in the game. They think pass. No, we are still going to run downhill. And then right here, right? Abdullah is a really good catcher out of the backfield, right? Really good hands, soft hands, get him involved. You see him run a choice route, get in the flat, pick up a big-time 3rd down, 3rd and 7, 1st down, let him know. And then coming out of the backfield, whenever we can get linebackers and safeties matched up on our running backs, we call that barbecue chicken. And that's what this is right here. Excellent ball by Derek Carr, and then move out the way before you get kicked. Boom, because touchdown, we come downhill, right? This right here out of the backfield, you see him peek. I don't get the ball. Let me keep continuing on my go ball wheel route out of the backfield. Touchdown. That's an explosive play for Abdullah and Derek Carr in the pass game, in the run game. These boys went to work, but it started with the cookie monsters. Back to you, Amber.
Got to give the big boys credit. Look at these numbers. Josh Jacobs has 303 total yards. Amir Abdullah, though, we saw that touchdown. He averaged 9.2 yards per touch. And Zamir White, 14 yards per touch.
Love it.
We'll take that anytime.
All day long.
Any day, all day long. And also when we look at why the Raiders won this game, you have to get credit to the defense on the other side because there were some impactful plays as far as negative plays. We haven't seen a lot of negative plays from the defense this year. And yes, you could say, okay, 34 points is a lot of points to give up. That's not optimal. But when you look at the way they were able to force turnovers, the forced fumble, we have the fumble recovery by Chandler Jones, Denzel Perriman made plays. The defense was on point. They came up big.
I think the big part of that, the last 2 weeks, execution in important times of the game. We've seen the defense have some great moments, right, in the first 4 or 5 weeks, but then you have those lacks. You have those missed opportunities for big plays the last 2 weeks. And I'm not sure if because Duran is wearing the green dot, but it seems like this football team is a little more consistent and they're able to make those plays, particularly in difficult spots, getting fumbles, getting the interceptions, the play that Max is continuing to make, and then this young kid right here.
Tyler Hall.
The last 2 weeks, he's been around the football, been in the right place, and you earn your opportunity to get on the football field.
Chandler Jones, good to see him.
Get the fumble, Chandler.
And not only that, we talked about it, right? We've been talking about it all year, right? We have an explosive offense that can put up points in a bunch, right? Quick and in a hurry. You don't need to stop somebody from scoring 10 points, 17 points, and all that. If you can get takeaways and get the ball back to Derek Carr and that offense, even if you do give up 30, 28, whatever you may give up, we are going to have a chance to win every single ball game if we can find a way to get takeaways. And that's what we've been seeing the last couple weeks. Pressure, takeaways, getting the ball back to Derek Carr in that offense, and it's resulting into W's.
All right, also, the defensive interior line had a day. They showed up. EA's going to break it down in our defensive spotlight. Coming up next right here as the Raiders get the win over the Seahawks. It's Raiders game day. this segment has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Raiders get the win thanks in part to a big defensive effort. Of course, JJ Max Crosby was going to have his day, right? 1.5 sacks, 6 quarterback hits from him, but it was the interior line today that stepped up as well.
Absolutely, and not just because EA here, but we all know defense wins championships. And the boys is coming off the edge, allowing their quarterback to step up in the pocket, and then big boys coming through them A's and them B-gaps made hay.
All right, let's talk more about it as EA is going to break it down in our defensive spotlight. What's up, EA?
Yeah, for sure, guys. You know the edge guys get the names, they get the sacks, but it's all about the interior pressure, particularly against the Seattle Seahawks team that have been running the ball very well, so you got to have some great pressure. Here, for the first time in a long time, we're going to see 2 guys really get after it. Billings, again, outstanding job. Andrew does a great job bull rushing. That's what we like. We like the bull rush, not all that stuff swinging guys out the way. And again, when you talk about 2 tackles, getting after it, going from sideline to sideline, you love this kind of effort. And this is the kind of effort that Max started in our 2 defensive tackles, getting it done. Bilal Nichols here. And again, look at that. Great swim move, hitting the backfield, dump him down. Then these 2 tackles really were the spear of this defense early on. They continue to put the pressure on this run defense. Again, look at that. These 2 guys making it happen now. Everybody else coming, getting to the party. Gang tackling, everybody coming and get some. We see Perryman finish it off, but it all starts up front with Nichols. Again, outstanding job, bull rushing, continue to get after it, gets him his sack along with Max. Hope Max gives him that sack, gives him the funds for the money. But again, let's finish it off with our 2 guys bull rushing, using their great pass rushing moves to just collapse the pocket. Whenever you can have pressure like this, now your linebackers can flow from sideline to sideline. Now you can't have your double teams on the outside. You got Max and Chandler Jones collapsing the pocket. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about pressure up the middle from our tackles. We have to continue to see this, and we'll get more W's. Back to you guys.
Huge on 3rd down, by the way. The defense was 30%. They held the offense to 30% on 3rd down, and that was a big difference. But look at Max Crosby, 1.5 sacks, 6 quarterback hits. Interior linemen had a combined 1.5 sacks and 3 quarterback hits. When they bring that kind of pressure, good things are going to happen for this defense. And as I said, 3rd down was a big problem for this defense. 3rd down, they could not stop anybody on 3rd down headed into this game. To get it down to 30% conversion rate is very big for the defense. But let's hear what Josh McDaniels had to say about the win.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's I guess I don't know, I'm running out of superlatives. You know, he over 300 total yards in the game, and he wasn't, didn't feel perfect, but he just, I think toughness. He's a football player. I mean, that's probably the greatest compliment I could give him. And, he comes up big with, he had a couple of big first downs on 3rd and short that, I'm not sure everybody in the league gets those, but he did. And, of course, makes the big play at the end. But I thought he was tremendous throughout. Gave us a lot of hard yards in the running game, caught the ball well out of the backfield, makes some big plays with his hands. And, but that's JJ. That's what he is.
You were aware of him when you were in New England, but were you aware of this?
Not to this extent. You don't ever get to know somebody this well, unless you're with them, and coaching them. And I just have an incredible admiration for. It's not just what he does on the field. It's how he practices, what he does in preparation, how attentive he is in the meetings, what he's like in the walkthroughs, how much he wants to win. I mean, he wants to win, and that's the greatest compliment you could give somebody. Does everything he can to help us.
So Josh McDaniels gets his first back-to-back wins of the season. They're starting to build something and put it together here in Las Vegas. We're going to be right back, and when we come back, we have a history moment from 1987. We're going to take you back. That's coming up next on Raiders Game Day. Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Raiders. Modelo, a taste that's pure gold, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And so the Raiders get their first back-to-back wins this season. They win this one 40-34 in Seattle over the Seahawks, and a huge defensive performance, especially from this man right here, Denzel Perryman. Welcome in to Raiders Game Day. So fun watching you out there today. You come up with a big interception, really changed the tone there in the first quarter, but it didn't stop there as a defense. How did it feel to have everything clicking? We just saw Max Crosby come up behind you before you went on air. He had a huge game as well. Did it feel like everything was clicking, and this was the best defensive performance that we have seen in a while?
I mean, from the outside looking in, it might look like the best performance, but, you know, defensively, you know, still some things we had to clean up. But I can say, you know, these past 2 weeks, you know, we have been finishing, you know, as a team, not just as a defense. You know, we have been playing as a team. And like how you see Max come up behind me, you know, with the energy, that's what it's been about, you know, these past 2 weeks. You know, just supporting each other, you know, when things go bad, you know, the good, you know, we still, you know, just the same and just, you know, supporting each other.
What's up, my man? JJ here. Hey, talk to me, right? So you get a pick, you bobbled it, you didn't catch it clean, but hey, it's all about results, though. We know that. But talk to me, man. I mean, we didn't see no running back skill, we didn't see no juke move, no cutback. Talk to me when you got it, man. Excellent play when you got the ball. What was you thinking?
Well, first it was catching the ball. That was my first thought. I got to catch the ball first. And secondly, man, it was like, man, don't fumble, ball security. I used to play fullback back in the day, so the running back skills, it ain't there. I'm not juking, stiff arm, doing none of that. I just run you over.
Oh, man. Denzel, outstanding job stopping this young rookie running back. What was the game plan kind of going in as far as defensively attacking the Seattle Seahawks running game?
Man, it was to make it one-dimensional, man, and shouts out to Walker, man. He's a great back, man. I know y'all see, you know, he had some runs. He did have some runs, man. He is a great back, you know. Max got to go shout.
Gone.
But, you know, Walker's a good player, man, and the game plan-wise, you know, it was just a tackle and, you know, to make it one-dimensional, and then, you know, we did our best at that. We tried to do our best at that.
And we just did see Max there. That big play that he makes there in overtime to get after Geno Smith. I mean, how important is he as far as the lifeblood of this defense?
Big-time players make big-time plays at big-time games, and that shows it right there. But Max is, I mean, it's every day. You know, whether it's a walkthrough, practice game, a jog through, it don't matter. Max had the same energy, and that's just what he do, man. That's just what he do.
DP, talk to us about the defense, though, because early in the season, right, we've seen a lot of rushing forward, not blitzing. Lately, these last couple games, we've been seeing a lot more pressure. We've been seeing y'all getting after the quarterback a little bit more, but bringing more bodies. Has that been an emphasis at practice?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say it's been an emphasis, man. It's just, you know, everybody just being on the same page, man. That's like the best way I can put it. Beginning, you know, still trying to, I guess, figure things out, if that's what, you know, people want to say. But being in the locker room, I'll just say, man, just finishing and just all, you know, being on one page. I feel like that's the big difference between the beginning of the season and now.
Denzel Perryman with the victory white tee on with the Raiders logo. We love it. They're going to be flying off the shelves after you wore that here on Raiders Game Day. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the ride back here to Las Vegas. And we'll see you next week against the Chargers.
All right. Thank you. See you soon.
Well, an ironic moment, historical moment today as Josh Jacobs has a big day. It kind of is reminiscent of another Raiders running back that had a big day. We are just 3 days away from the 35-year anniversary. This is 1987 of Bo Jackson's 221 yards on his birthday on Monday Night Football against the Seahawks.
Look at him.
How crazy is that? And look at those shoulder pads.
Man.
Back then, Eric, did you wear shoulder pads that day?
Yeah, we had to. We thought that was going to protect us, but it slowed us down.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, Coach, I swear I won 4-3.
It ain't slow Bo down. Bo hit the corners on him.
Here you go.
He's going to run over Bosworth. Oh! Just took him out, going into the end zone. So pretty cool to just be 3 days away from that anniversary and then have Josh Jacobs on this day against the Seahawks, ironically.
What a great athlete Bo Jackson was.
Oh, amazing. Baseball, football. Everybody wanted to be like Bo.
Yeah.
We wanted to be like Mike, and we wanted to be like Bo back in the day. But Josh Jacobs, what a big day from him. That was 221 yards, that historic moment. 229 yards today on the ground from this man right here.
Amazing. And we keep talking about the run after the contact. I mean, he's just so incredible. Makes it look so easy, JJ.
And he looks something like Bo today because this is whoop, jump cut, stiffy. I gotta go. I'm down the sideline. But you're right. The best thing that pops out right now about Josh Jacobs is the yards after contact.
Yeah.
The tackles that he's breaking. Even when his 4 or 5 guys got him wrapped up, he's driving his legs for 7, 8 more yards, and it's been all season long. And that is why you see Josh going for it on these 4th down and 2s and 3s and 1s and giving the ball to Josh because this is what it looks like, and he doesn't go down
Carrying
easy.
guys. I mean,
Josh is in a zone right now
really is,
that few players really ever get to. And he's in a rhythm, and it's showing up on tape. And then this. This is just that extra bonus right here. I mean, I'm going to say I seen him out there on the jugs machine, but this is just, God-given ability right here, him being special, man.
Yeah.
So not just the 229 yards on the ground, he had 2 touchdowns, and he also had 74 yards through the air. What a day from Josh Jacobs. All right, when we come back, we're going to look forward to the future. Can the Raiders string 3 wins together as they get ready for a divisional matchup against the Chargers? That's coming up next right here on Raiders Game Day. This segment has been brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders take their 2-game win streak now into Allegiant Stadium. They come back home to face the Chargers next week, an important divisional matchup. Then they go on the road Thursday Night Football to take on the Los Angeles Rams. LA lost to the Chiefs today. And then they face the New England Patriots, followed by the Steelers in Pittsburgh on Christmas Eve. So a lot to look forward to. 6 games left. Those are the next 4. But still here in Week 12, we have yet another game, Monday Night Football. How are we doing on our Monday Night Football?
Yeah, how are we doing on those picks?
I don't know. I think, are you fading a little bit? I think EA's fading a little bit. But we've got the Indianapolis Colts going up against the Steelers.
Okay.
I'm 5-5 right now. You and I are tied. Jason's leading. I'm going to take the Colts because Jeff Saturday almost beat the Eagles, beat the Raiders, and then almost beat the Eagles, one of the best teams in the National Football League.
I'm with you. You're smart. You know what I mean? I see how you try to brush over J.J. winning. No, J.J. balling right now. I'm taking Matty Ice and the Colts, too.
Yeah, you guys going through Saturdays, but almost winning and almost doing that. There's no way Tomlin is going to lose to Saturday.
I know.
Come on, man.
I like my
Come on now.
Let's go, Colts.
Let's go, Matt.
Let's get it going.
I'm going to be 1 game behind.
Right.
Don't be texting me either, guys.
We have to congratulate our friend, our co-host, Eric Allen, who this week it was announced as a
EA up there.
Class of 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame. And if you didn't know, 54 career interceptions.
Yeah, listen. Take it to the house.
9 defensive touchdowns. There's one of them right there.
You know, Amber, I should get it done a little bit.
Wait, you
look at my shoulder pads.
To the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you got to get it done a little bit, you know.
3-time All-Pro.
How they going to throw an out route, JJ? I'm high-stepping on him right there. And then watch me throw it in the stands. I'm going to throw it in the stands right here. Bushwick, watch this. Get him out of here. That's right.
They finding me. How could you do that with the shoulder pads?
You know, big old shoulder pads, for sure. And then watch this one here. This is my moves, right? In high school, I played some receiver. Spin on him. I hit him with the crossover, right? Hit him with the crossover. And I'm going to keep on the spin again, right? Then stop.
Look at the
jump cut. Right?
You can still do that, right? You still got the hips. You can do that.
I can do that. And then I'll get to the sideline. Right, so I'm going to run down the sideline. Ben Smith, my good buddy, he's like, pitch me the ball. I'm like, after I did all that work, I'm not going to pitch you the ball.
No, I'm going to get it.
I'm going to get it.
Congratulations. We love seeing your name.
And I promise you, I'm going to wear, if I make it, I'm going to wear my jacket every show.
Every show.
Are we
invited to Canton? Can we be there?
For sure.
One thing that stood out right there, though.
Best of luck to Eric Allen and his Pro Football Hall of Fame. All right, the Raiders head next to face the Chargers back home at Allegiant Stadium. We'll see you here on Raiders Game Day for our 3rd win.